just gonna keep going. Trucking along like nothing happened. Okay, so we're live again. Let's see if we can get shut down again by the Google gods and Steve Sycophants. Just kidding. I don't know. Is that how you say it? Sycophants? That is not my word.
Sycophant?
Sycophant.
Yeah, sycophant.
No, I have no idea. I think it's because I dumped the first time, so.
There we go, new stream.
So Deidre sends me this message from her break room, and she's like, hey, listen to these girls. They're so California.
I'm live, you son of a gun.
No, well, it could have, any group. And I'm like, okay, well, you're really California. And no, it's the most amazing thing ever. So I've been working all week on trying to get my Valley Girl thing down ever. But so what exactly is that you do, like the different California accents and stuff? Do you have names for them? Is there certain areas for them? I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah,
why are you California?
There's NorCal, and there's like a Southern Californian, and then there's like a Valley Girl. And the girl that I was saying, like, this is how she talks. She was like Valley Girl, and she was like totally being one of the mean girls gossiping about another girl. And it was really funny because she was so, oh my gosh, and just kind of had that upswing, like lyrical. And I thought it was funny. So I was like, so there's some people that talk like this. This is a thing. And you what did you say? You said, isn't that put on?
Yeah. So what is yours? Exactly. What is the...
I don't know. Well, I have I think they call it the California crackle.
That's so, a thing.
Yeah. I do that, and Gretchen makes fun of me for that. She's like, "Oh, I'm a Kardashian," and I'm like, "Shut up." But I was told by you that I was more California when I first showed up than nowadays.
If you listen to the old stuff, and then like go back and listen to that hangout where Eve was slapping you in the face with her dick, and then listen to like something from last week, and kind of compare it. You know what I'm talking about?
Does Connecticut have an accent?
Okay, so we don't have like a specific name for an accent, and in fact, I've had people specifically comment that I don't have one. But there is one thing, at least, that we're known for, and it's that we kind of roll our T's. Not roll them, we kind of skip them. It's Waterbury, not Waterbury. Waterbury.
I think a lot of accents do that one.
Yeah, it's a very common. It's common to a lot of accents, and that's really probably the most notable thing we do. But yeah, other than that, I sound like pretty much everyone else from Connecticut.
Connecticut's like the wealthy city, right? Like it's like New Hampshire and Vermont, where like you're used to like seeing like wealthy senators from your state.
Connecticut's Greenwich. There's a lot of money in Connecticut. It's very concentrated money. So if you're not in, say, Greenwich, or we'll say most of Fairfield County, if you're not in that area, it's not particularly wealthy, with some exceptions. Sometimes you can have some very stark transitions. In our state capital, Hartford, there is literally like if you come into Hartford, you're on this street that's just like mansions left and right, just mansions of various sizes, and it's like, wow. And then you take a right and you cross a bridge, and then you look around and go, I should lock my doors and not make eye contact with anyone walking on the street. And it is that sudden. And I'm pretty sure that outside of the people who live in those mansions, the only people living in Hartford are the people who can't afford to leave Hartford, because the taxes to live in Hartford are obscene for a city that has almost nothing.
I'm doing admin stuff here. I'm listening.
I mean, I can ramble on, but I don't want to necessarily monopolize the conversation.
I want to see your dog like draped across your chair.
Oh, rain.
His chair's molting.
In case you don't know it, he's got this wiener dog, Dachshund. And Dachshunds are supposed to be.
I'm about to get a different visitor. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When are you going on a jet plane?
Okay, so I've got like midday tomorrow, but I'm supposed to be up in a few hours and do like less check on my bags and all that mess.
That's the worst, I think, is the security nowadays.
Oh yeah, it's not fun.
So this is Jasper.
Hey,
Hi,
Jasper. Jasper looks look at all that fur.
Oops.
Oh, he is so goofy.
Oh, so Jasper's like a shepherd of some sort, huh?
A border collie mixed with American Eskimo, we believe, because he has a curly tail, much like a Pomeranian would. And he also breathes like American Eskimo and Pomeranians do, which I know sounds weird, but it's distinctive.
Wait, breeds? Like in the act of breeding? Oh, breathe.
Yes, the way they breathe, the noise they make when they're just breathing.
I thought you said
distinctive.
breed. I was like, okay.
I heard breed too, so don't feel bad.
I think you're just hearing what you want to hear.
Perhaps that doesn't mean I'm wrong.
It actually does mean you're wrong.
Not by default, I should say.
Right. And here comes the other dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and she'll just chill up there.
Yeah, she's like a cat almost.
It's a cool little dog.
Yep. Hello, Munchkin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like going through the security and stuff, obviously like the worst is the States. And then the UK is kind of, it's not always my favorite. But then once you get over into other parts of Europe or whatever, you just kind of, it's like easy breezy, like whatever. You just go from here to there. So I've just got to get out of the UK and then we're cool. But yeah, you get a little. Last time, my only hiccup though, leaving the UK was the woman took my Coke away from my purse. I had like this Coke Zero I just bought, and she puts a glove on and she grabs it by the lid by like just her thumb and finger and holds it up in my face, and she's like, no, and then tosses it.
Yeah, toss the possible bomb material into the trash can with the rest of it.
Seriously, a Coke Zero?
Yeah, but she made a big point. Yeah, she snapped on her rubber glove and stuff, and I hadn't opened it yet. I forgot that you can carry it on, that you have to buy it once you get through security. And she's like, no. Yeah, but I didn't get any other rubber glove treatment, so.
Well, at least there's that.
I know, I was disappointed too. No, I'm kidding. Did we lose Deidre again?
No.
She's just off camera.
No, I'm off camera. I was just checking to see if I missed anybody. I know I'm double checking to make sure I added Gus and Gus. You're
Maudie back. That goes well for you.
Who?
What happened to the
Maudie?
other account?
Maddie's too high class for me.
Invite Shani again.
Ready for Christ, maybe. She's too high class for me too.
She's too high something for sure.
I love how she immediately leaves your hangs like, ew, Deidre.
I know, I think it's funny. But I invite her just in case. Christian Anarchist. Did you do your answers with Christian Anarchist or whatever you guys do?
No, because I was while I was out, there was a tornado that was in.
No.
Oh my god! Did you have
So-
to go
Where
in
do
the
you live?
bathtub?
Nah, I was over at my stepmom's place. She had my nephew. She's taking care of him for the night, and we ended up finding out a storm was coming. There was hail, and that's when we turned the TV on and found out there was a tornado warning in the area.
Wait, I think
Huh.
you were over close to my mom not too long ago, and I know they had a bunch of tornado watches.
Yeah, tornado just went over my friend's house today, and her husband's a storm watcher. Didn't even have to leave his backyard.
Mm-hmm.
He was fucking
Crazy. I'm
proud.
glad everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was snowing yesterday.
What the crap? Where the heck are you?
I'm in Scotland, so it was
Oh, well, that
snowing
explains
yesterday,
a
and
lot.
then today it was like it was hot out. It was not that it's ever hot here, but hot for here,
Well, then the weather there is bipolar.
right?
Well, and everywhere.
We were getting flurries here today.
And it was like
Guys, this is
70
just-
2 days ago.
Climate, warm, change and all that. That's just
It's
natural.
natural.
It has nothing to do with anything that we're doing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was 80 here.
So, Christian anarchist, I have a question for you. It's theological on the serious side.
I may have an answer. What's up?
What is your view on Christians being caretakers of the world instead of consumers?
Like, what do you mean by caretakers of the world? Well, like,
Caring about the environment, caring about animal welfare, caring about whether or not, elephants are hunted to extinction, caring about oil spills, caring about healthier forms of energy.
I mean, I think it's fine for that, for the most part. I mean, I think that obviously there's some things that we may need that require some sort of a consumption of it, but unless I think people can figure out like what's the alternative we can do, then yeah, like I said, I'm for anyone going that kind of route of caring for the earth, being the caretaker of the earth, as you say.
It
Hey.
seems
Hey, Deidre, can I send a link to Headless Chicken? He was asking.
yeah, if he doesn't want to talk over everybody, he does that sometimes. Headless.
Well, he may do that, but then I may end up eating him because I like chicken. Just letting y'all know that right off the bat.
I
Oh,
don't
wait,
want to
that's
turn
correct.
it into a bash Prudent session because I like Prudent.
Prudent's not here.
Leave Prudent alone.
Oh, there's the chicken. Let me get my fork and my knife because I'm about to eat somebody.
Headless.
It's already beheaded too, Christian.
Headless. You better not
Exactly.
take over.
So it's easy kill.
What
Easy
was-
dinner.
what's that, Deidre?
Yeah.
I better not take over. Now, why would I take over?
Canadians take over something? No.
Is he Canadian?
No.
Oh. Well, they did try to set fire to the White House. Actually,
No,
I
we
think
It's
did
a-
set fire to the White House.
We did.
That was a thing.
Yep.
But we need the dinner first.
the reason
Actually,
why
why
I
it's
asked,
white? But
the reason why I asked about consumption and being a steward of the earth is because there's so many Christians I've known that seem to not care. Like they think that the end times is here and we can consume, and like we can worry about it.
Actually, it's worse than not care. They openly deride those seeking to conserve.
Mm-hmm.
It's like as if they know that we're not going to last a couple generations more. It's so strange.
Or, Deidre, are they pushing for the end times by making the consumption?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Holy crap! You owe me a soda, Deidre.
I owe you a soda? Oh, Jinx.
We said it at the same time.
Jinx, is that what they do in the South? Do we owe sodas?
Yes, we owe sodas. We owe beers, mostly
No, we
if you're a classical redneck. We owe books if you're an intellectual like me.
What do I owe you, Renee, when I step on you?
Oh,
Go silent.
I think Renee's gone silent. And the dog.
I like
is-
hearing another Southern say soda, though.
Soda.
Not
Why do you
pop.
like your? Why do you?
Pop. Yeah.
Pop.
Or Coke for all of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything's
That one-
Coke.
Yeah.
That
that's
one
the
drives
weird-
me
See,
nuts.
there she is.
Everything's Coke.
You just gotta say Coke. It's the magic word that attracts women.
Oh,
And-
were y'all talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was playing with my fingernails because I wasn't bored.
Oh man.
Well, it got interesting once we started making references to carbonated beverages.
Yep. I had an interesting soda once called Cajun Pop. Like just pure, delicious sweetness of a soda right there.
Everything Cajun.
It's basically pure cane sugar soda of the different flavors they have. So like strawberry, a peach, lemon lime, root beer, all that good stuff.
Lemon lime. You could hear the southern lime.
Yeah, sometimes the southern will come out. That's the thing. No, it's not. I've
It
actually
sounds
done-
like you're just listening to 23 flavors of Dr. Pepper.
Nobody knows them though.
And there's fried
It is-
shrimp, but jumbo shrimp. And
Five
Yeah.
Guys.
Shrimp
Five Guys
salad.
near me has the soda selection machine that has an overwhelming number of options.
Oh, like the movie
Touch
theater?
display. That you have to like go through menus and sub menus.
oh, that's cool.
You want regular
Yeah,
or
I
diet?
mean-
Regular. You want Coke, Dr. Pepper, Sprite? Not do? I don't know. What? Okay. Coke.
Cherry
You want
Coke,
Coke with
berry
vanilla?
Coke. Yes, apparently there's a berry Coke. I don't know. Whatever. Oh yeah, Tyler Durden knows what's up.
But it's just awful because it's not cherry Coke. It is Coke with cherry syrup.
Yep.
In and out.
That's not cherry
that's-
Coke then. That's Roy
That's-
Roger, isn't it?
That's way better.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple is I want to say ginger ale. And
No,
grenadine.
Shirley Temple is
Isn't it cherry and
seltzer,
Sprite?
or Cherry and Sprite, yeah.
Cherry and Sprite. Right. And then a Roy Roger is I want to say Coke and grenadine. I remember because I used to work for a wedding band, so I was at a lot of places with bars when I was underage, and I would get Coke with grenadine.
I get Shirley Temples where it's 7-Up with grenadine or Sprite with grenadine, but I didn't know Roy Rogers was Coke. That's weird. That sounds really sweet. The Coke.
I'm sure it is.
It would be really sweet if it was Pepsi.
Yep.
Or Dr.
But-
Pepper.
Coke and grenadine isn't as bad. I mean, it's still sweet. It's soda.
Mm.
Not gonna.
Dude, rum and Coke is too sweet for me.
Dude, I had
wow.
Five Guys today, Tyler. I had Five Guys today, and I tell you what, man,
Oh my.
It's been a while since I've had Five Guys.
I'm still focused on you, Scott. I'm sorry. You've been on camera this whole time, just like zoomed in. Everything, Scott.
I noticed that, and it didn't occur to me to even complain because whatever.
I wasn't complaining.
Everyone's here for him anyway. It's cool.
Oh, absolutely.
To know me is to love me.
Exactly.
Do you remember that time that we all sat in to Ozzy's hangout and tried to sexually harass Scott?
Oh
And
yeah,
he
we were talking about how like handsome Scott was and stuff, and like they weren't having it.
No, Scott ignored us.
That sounds about right. My wife
way
tells me
women
that
are treated in hangouts. Let's just like objectify Scott, and nobody cared.
No, well, I think Ozzy was a little bothered because like they're trying to be all super serial in there, and we're like, look at that hair and those eyes, those bedroom eyes,
All super
and
serious.
everyone's ignoring us.
And Ozzy did kind of look over, and he was like, But Ozzy has this don't acknowledge the trolls thing, so like he's not gonna say anything.
Like, Scott, are you even paying attention to the chat? And he's like, yes. Like, what?
I like attention. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a troll in the room.
Sir, we're not talking about Steve Mcrae in here, sir. You're a malicious troll. Get out.
Wait, isn't that talking about Steve McCrae?
You malicious troll.
That's a good
What have
question.
you done to Steve McCrae?
wait, am I being blamed for this? Because that's amazing.
I don't know how that
Are you
works.
trolling right now?
I don't even know how that would work.
I think he's
Why
trolling
does
about
this whole
trolling.
situation remind me of the Knights Who Say Knee?
Why is it that Donald Trump is trying to build a wall so that not to keep Mexicans out, but to keep the furries inside?
Oh God.
That's probably true.
It is.
That
It's
way
on
you can round
WikiLeaks.
up the furries along with the homosexuals.
Yep, the gay, homosexual, satanic furries are going to be locked up inside. They're going to take our swords so we can't defend ourselves, and we are going to be yipped till kingdom come.
I mean,
See,
I'm
normal
pretty
people
sure.
have guns.
I'm pretty
Sounds
sure
like a
you
good
hang out
time.
with some people that would want to do that.
Sounds like a good time, Kerberos.
I'm gonna go get more weeds.
YouTube, that is legal. That is which weed is legal in the state of California and in the state of California and
In California
other states.
and in California.
And in
yeah.
other states. I just stopped myself.
How much,
Legal in
how much
Coneyland.
weed? How much weed have you had, Deidre? Really?
None.
And you can't remember where it's legal.
No, I stopped myself because I realized that not everybody wants their state shouted out.
I had a gallon of it.
Oh shit, my country's on the countdown. We're counting down the days until it's legal nationwide.
Nice.
No, but they kind of let me touch the weeds. That's what I was saying. It's not that bad. It's not like I was totally like I kind of got. It was just I was told that I was very
Weeds?
still.
She says weeds.
She's not allowed to have them. She can't have them at all.
Apparently, I'm not very well behaved.
Well, someone funky's in the room now.
Smells like Simon Funk.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's not
Hello.
Simon, it's Simos.
Hey, Simos.
The big smelly here. How are you doing?
Now, I wondered what smelled.
Yep.
Oh, come now, he's not French.
Simos, they won't let Renee touch the weeds.
Touch the weeds, did you say?
No, but I did get to but it was a little bit like in my oh hell, what are they called? Cigarette.
Right. They're called joints, but yeah, okay.
No, they only allowed her a small amount within a cigarette.
No, I didn't get one of those. I didn't. I'm not at point yet. But what I did get was a cigarette rolled with like a little bit sprinkled in. Like, here you go.
I see.
Are you sure that was Mary Jane and wasn't like PCP?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure. I know my drugs really well.
Doesn't PCP make people into like human cannibals and Hulk monsters?
No,
I thought it
that
was
would be
bath salts.
I mean, PCP does, PCP's a popular. He went crazy. He must have been on PCP.
Yeah.
Well, PCP, there was a wonderful headline from Florida, of course.
It's
a
always
man who was,
Florida.
yeah, it is. Of course it's Florida. There's a man high on PCP who was masturbating and fought off 14 police officers. And the thing that I found most impressive about that was he fought off 14 cops one-handed.
Well, why was the police officers?
It's a martial art.
Wait
called,
a second.
Yeah,
Why
no,
were
hang
the-
on a minute. It's a martial art called Thai Dick Do.
There is actually a martial art called the Iron Penis.
Why were there 14 police officers watching him masturbate? That's my question.
They weren't watching him. They were trying to subdue him, and he just kept like shoving them off.
No, that's
When you say
bullcrap. We both know that they were watching.
Why were they there while he was?
Why did they have their
masturbating?
phones out?
Look, they were just being polite. They were all showing up, and they didn't want to disturb. They wanted to let him finish.
You don't tase a man with his pants down.
Well, they thought it was cocaine, and they were mistaken. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh dear.
I'm left with more questions than answers.
Yeah.
Now see that.
Isn't that every Florida headline gives you, or every article?
Oh yeah, Florida man is the hero the country deserves.
Yeah.
Maybe not the one it needs.
There's an unwritten rule, and all the bros say, come at me, bro. But really, you're never supposed to come at a bro.
No.
It's like If anybody knows the
him.
origins of the whole like Dunning-Kruger effect, the thing that sparked that whole research into it, the man who decided to cover himself in lemon juice to rob a store because he misunderstood what invisible ink was. Yeah, Florida.
Of course, it's Florida.
Sir,
I
by
know,
whiskey.
I know it's
Well,
Florida
52.
because I live in Florida, and there's some truly dumb shit happening here.
It's a strange place. It's a joke that at least up here in Connecticut, the joke is like, you have the North, the South, the Deep South, Florida.
Yeah, Florida's
America's
a special.
Wang.
It's a special level of weird here.
Florida is Florida's just an anomaly. It is its own thing.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
scared.
a government case study at this point.
I'm scared to go back over there.
This is
We
like
needed
this is
scholar
like
fiction to explain Florida to
what
us.
we're seeing is the end result of like a 60-year long. If we lace the water with LSD, what will happen?
Anarchy.
Yeah, it's a government case study. Is MK Ultra gone basically statewide? At
I
that
don't know
point?
what your problem is with Florida. I mean, Godless Girl's in Florida.
That's
Is
one
she?
problem.
Oh my God, that's part of the problem right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can't really talk shit because I live in a pretty shithole place in Canada.
Maybe the other part is everybody around Redline has seen his face and they're spreading the good news.
Hey,
They just
hey.
need to take all the drugs to cope with the fact of seeing his face.
He's all sensitive about his identity and stuff, so I don't betray that. But
It's not his fault he looked like a testicle with teeth.
I don't think it's special.
Hey, don't insult them. I actually find him attractive.
I've seen him before.
You guys, are you guys talking about the pig fucker?
The pig fuck no.
Oh man, that video is crazy. Did
The
you see
pig
the video?
smasher maybe, but not the fucker. He fucked him over, but didn't
Those
fuck him.
pigs were fucked.
I kind of wanted to see the full video, but
You
he
have a
said
very
that-
weird search history, Samus.
I am lost completely
Oh,
from everything.
Red
else.
hit a bunch of pigs. It's crazy. The poor guy. So he
he
was
hit-
driving along, minding his own business, going 70 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden there were hogs on the road, and he just smashes through them.
Like
Oh,
three of them just he totaled his car on these things.
He has a dash
So
cam.
basically, he ran over a bunch of godless girls' relatives.
Oh, that's brutal. That's even brutal for
Hashtag too late.
for me.
Did they not have like a hog crossing sign?
That's a good question.
No, because
I'm just wondering. Exactly. I want to see that sign because it obviously saves all the deer.
The poor guy, like his
On the price.
car looks totaled, and there was pig embedded in his axle. It's crazy.
Yeah, I totaled my car last month. It sucked.
On the bright side, bacon sandwiches, no fucking problem.
Exactly.
He said
My
that-
glass
he
is
said the
half
tow truck. He said the tow truck
So
driver. was
Samus might be able to
vegan.
appreciate this, but I type pig fucker into Google, and the first image that pops up is David Cameron.
Of course it was.
Honestly, when I heard pig fucker, I just assumed you were talking about David Cameron, and I was like, I don't see the relevance, but go on.
Oh, that's great.
That's what I thought.
That's great.
I mean, really, if anything, Black Mirror has sort of cemented it.
Oh God.
Oh, gosh,
God,
that's the worst
no.
episode out of all of them.
Oh,
Want to blow my brains out after seeing that one.
that episode, and it stands out really.
Yep.
Like
That's
other
the first one?
episodes are dark, but oh no.
Yeah,
So
well,
my question is, would you screw a pig if your daughter's life was on the line?
Yes.
These are the deep questions that show makes us ask.
Yeah.
I don't even have to think. Yes.
In some people's cases, that might be how they had a daughter in the first place.
I was going to say,
No.
Oh.
I would make a
daughter
joke,
on the
but I've
line?
already promised.
Why do you need a daughter on the line? I don't understand.
They're all trying to figure out when they end up with a daughter. Like, I don't know.
Does she have to watch as well?
I don't remember that on the
Samuels
show.
is just making it weirder now.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing
Yes.
is like it shows on the thing that like everybody's watching, like everybody tunes in for it.
There is a game kind of like a Cards Against Humanity called Moral Dilemma. And one of the questions in it is your lover and one of your parents switch bodies. And they will permanently remain that way unless you have sex with one of them. Do you have sex with your lover in your parents' body, or do you have sex with your parent in your lover's body?
Mother's
No.
body.
Got
She
choose
said
one.
No,
I
no,
guess
you don't.
I'd
You could
have
just
to
leave
do-
them that way.
I found a better card game though, called $1 Million Butt.
Have you not played Bacon Chicken? You know that game?
No, but I like those items. I put them in all my food.
That red line hitting a bunch of pigs and then hitting a bunch of chickens.
You got it. You go and stand on the road somewhere near Reds, please.
What the?
Aw.
Scott, what in the world is this?
A bunch of trash pandas.
Yay!
Wait, is that a meme now?
Raccoons enjoying bubbles.
Because I live in the South, I've always wanted to set up a trap and capture a trash panda and have it as a pet.
Why? The fucker
Why?
has
Because
thumbs.
look at that! Look at the video.
It has thumbs. You can't keep anything away from it.
They are mischievous as hell, but it is technically, it's not illegal to own one.
Exactly. So I don't care.
Depends on what
It's
state
illegal
you're
to
in.
buy one.
And they bite.
Oh, sure.
That's why I'm gonna get them when they're
But
young.
I actually got to go visit someone who fosters raccoons.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, fosters
Well,
like
if-
raccoons. That like
If you want
are-
a skunk, you could just talk to G-Man.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Skunks actually do make good pets.
Oh yeah.
actually, my
The problem is actually finding a vet who's willing to actually do the surgery to descent the skunk, because one slip of the wrist, like just missing the incision mark slightly, and that whole gland explodes.
Yep. Game over.
Yeah, actually, my mom growing up, they had a pet skunk. There's actually a really funny story involving that pet skunk. So
We'll be the judge of that, Scott.
all right, well, I'll go through it then. All right, so one night, my family couldn't find the skunk. At the time, my mom was a teenager and was dating my dad. And they're hunting around, and my grandmother's going outside, and she sees the skunk, and my dad is on the stairs. And she's like, "Look, there's Flower." And he's like, I don't think that's Flower. She's like, "You stupid ass. You don't think I know my own skunk?" She goes up to this skunk. He seems a little cagey, but she goes to pick him up. He bites her. She's like, "Ah, fucker." Slams the thing on its back and starts rubbing its belly. And it relaxes immediately. And it's just taking in this belly rub. So then she goes to pick him up again. And he bites her. And she's like, "He's gone feral. He's been out too long." All of a sudden, someone shouts from the top of the stairs, "We found Flower." My grandmother lets go, backs up, skunk gets up, walks off. No one got sprayed.
That's the cure then. Just give him belly rubs and it'll.
I think that skunk honestly just was not expecting to get belly rubs.
There are some small rodent-like animals that genuinely do like getting their bellies rubbed. I know that if you flip rats over on their stomach and you scratch their stomach, and then you put your hand back in the cage, they'll walk over. If you did this immediately after, of course, they'll walk over and roll over because they want their stomachs rubbed again.
Yeah, pigs are like that too.
Well, pigs are smarter than rats, but
Yeah.
Yeah, pigs are.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But they can't fucking even use a crossing.
One of the best tricks that I once trained My ex and I bought a potbelly pig just because someone was selling them near us, and we decided to get a potbelly pig. And the best tricks we taught it to do was when you said its name and said "I love you," it would blow kisses at you. Like that is how trainable they are.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they're super smart.
Adorable.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was tasty too.
Jesus.
Oh.
You bag of dicks.
Hey, Scott.
I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat.
Scott, what is this game?
Okay, so
The weeaboo in me must ask.
The
Sword Art
Weeaboo
Online.
edition.
The
Oh, wait.
otaku.
Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet.
Okay, no, you are officially the otaku of the hangout now, Scott.
Yep. Oh,
No,
look,
it's-
you even have Asuna on hold.
What?
What? I thought I saw Asuna on that name thing there.
I have no idea.
Go check it.
Where? I don't know
I
where
don't
you
know,
saw
one of the things was the last thing you put on there before you left. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yep. My eyes do not deceive me.
I don't know what.
List.
Oh yeah. Asuna. Okay, yes, I know she's a tie-over character from. I've never watched any of the series. I'm in it for the gameplay.
You monster.
It's
you monster. He's fortunate.
so far. I find it. The gameplay is really enjoyable. The storytelling is a less well done hack.
Yep.
That's pretty well an apt summary of SAO.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Personally, it's one of my favorite animes.
At least
What the
this
hell is
game,
wrong with you?
At least with this game, the frame story of like you're playing an MMO, kind of, they don't manage to maintain that illusion particularly well. There's several sequences that are like, there's no way this would work in an actual MMO. There's literally things that I am the only person who can get up to this platform because I've got a one of a kind item. Like this wouldn't work. And there's a lot of things like that that kind of break the immersion a little bit.
Yeah, it also doesn't kill you when you die.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you don't die in real life.
I would want that though for
unlike
the
.hack.
game.
Well, you didn't die. You got knocked into a coma.
Like I said, I would still want that though. It makes it more realistic. It's what these people are wanting today.
People would be a lot more careful about like ninja looting and everything else. If they knew that somebody could just come in around and gank them afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, you would be.
Yep, BKK.
Oh yeah.
Unless it was World of Warcraft, in which case, nah.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
And it is Gunslinging Jedi Scott.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that fighting style.
Listen on.
So this
homegirl.
is an online game of SAO from the worst arc of SAO.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad, but I agree. Like at least the first season was not. I think they could have done a whole lot better with it. In all honesty,
The first season was fine up until the point where the fairy didn't actually die. A little like sprite that they adopted as their daughter.
yeah.
At that point, there was no real consequence left for the main characters. And the whole like elfin fairy thing that can just die. That doesn't exist in my mind. That whole arc was just awful.
I nearly cried though at the one. Forgot what the one character was that. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's like the latter part that's like almost to the final episode, like that whole story.
Latter part.
Yeah, it's like basically like the last few episodes of the second season. The part that wasn't exactly a filler.
Mm.
I'm not a weeaboo. I don't know anime. Someone asked me to host an anime hangout, and I said, sure, that's awesome, because I heard that would build bridges. But I don't know anything about anime. In fact, sometimes I get irritated by anime. So like.
Well, here's what will irritate you even more. I'm going to be going to an anime convention, and I'll be hosting a panel. There's how much of a weeaboo I am at this point.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I would say from the deep-seated self-loathing you clearly have.
Why is
for
it
wanting to do these things?
I've gone to like every sci-fi, horror movie, fantasy, anime convention there's ever been. I have no self-loathing.
Exactly.
It's the hosting part.
Why? Why
I
is
would
that
love to host one of those.
Oh
You
God.
see?
Okay, so I was
it's
part of
ready.
a gaming / anime club back in college, and yeah, trying to like herd those people was an exercise in frustration.
There was a stint in my teens where I was actually, me and my LAN team were sponsored by Red Bull to play Counter-Strike. To give you an idea of what kind of childhood I had. So yeah, what CA is doing, I envy him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to record the event because it'll be awesome. And I may mention some of you guys in passing, so except Simos, because forget you and your accent.
Unless it's in reference to Black Butler.
Yes, exactly. Then I will reference the accents. I swear, I went to a con one time, and because I've got to the point where one, I do voices, two, because I've watched too much British sitcom shows and Black Butler, random moments that I have a bad habit of an English accent starting to come about, and someone ends up asking me.
You think it's an English accent?
No, well, that's the thing. Like I've gone to a bank once, and someone's literally asked if I was from England because they loved my accent and what's it like in England. Like I just went to a bank to get some money out, and they're trying to get me into a conversation about, how am I enjoying my stay in America, and
At an American bank.
Yeah.
While you're making withdrawal from your account at an American bank?
Exactly. I'm like, why? What? I'm from here.
Was this in Florida by any chance?
No.
No, I have a story. So that's funny. I went to like kind of a smaller area outside, whatever, and I was getting my hair done, and that poor girl doing my hair, she kept freaking out. She's going, oh my gosh, your accent, and I can't sound all Scottish, so put that in here. And she's like, where are you from? She's like, a real live American in my chair. I'm like, honey, we're not exactly exotic.
You're pretty exotic. You got big eyes, and you're tall, and you're ginger.
The way I don't think ginger in Scotland is exotic.
Kind of a go to Japan and they'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't go to Japan. The accused might pick you up as a real live like anime doll.
I found out apparently public cosplaying is frowned upon and ashamed in that place.
In Japan?
Yeah, I don't know why though.
It depends on where you go, particularly like within which region of Tokyo you go to. Mm-hmm. Typically, the areas where cosplaying is accepted, it's mostly traps. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Has anyone ever told you that cosplay's of the devil?
People have told me anime is of the devil. People have told me women are of the devil. People told me I am the devil. I've been told many things. Doesn't mean they're right.
But they could be.
But they could be. But you could also receive a kick in the nuts if you bring that up again.
Renee, are you the devil?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get my holy water. And he'll be there too. Don't worry, Deidre.
I'm so flattered that Groovy's with us. I
know, right?
Sure.
Yes, come back to us.
How is this going to work over the internet with the holy water?
I don't
Well,
know,
simple.
but I just found a link that I'm going to send to CA, and yes, you have to click it, and you will need your holy water.
Yep.
Go ahead and throw
See?
your holy water at the screen. I'm
It's
sure
for
it'll go
a
well.
live-action anime movie, and it's its trailer.
Yay.
Incidentally, I wanted to comment on SAO. SAO showed a really poor understanding of the online games, of the online RPGs. SAO Abridged does much better. For example, there's this one sequence where this young girl has to sit there and resurrect her little dragon helper friend. And in the abridged version, they sit there, they go through all this hassle to get the special item. He's like, she says, what do we do now? He's like, okay, now all you have to do is do the quest 50 more times to get 50 more of these items. Then after we get 50 of them, we take them to this other location. And then what we do is then we do the real quest and have to go and do a boss fight. And the girl's like, well, who made this stupid thing? He's like, you don't play many online games, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the whole grinding thing that's left out of that the whole insanity of you have to collect 8 billion freaking items to do one thing, and then by the time you do it, it's too late.
Yeah, I'll say that Fatal Bullet doesn't do any better with understanding the genre.
No, it really
The
doesn't.
game itself is a perfectly serviceable single-player shooter game, but their understanding of the MMO frame story is, well, it shows.
Yeah, I mean, MMOs are the most annoying freaking games out there for so many reasons.
But they are almost the most pure execution of the Skinner box you can imagine.
MMO? What does that stand for?
Massively multiplayer online, typically role-playing games.
Massively multiplayer.
Yeah, massively multiplayer things, like World of Warcraft or so many of these other games
Online.
like that,
Or Roblox.
Right.
Video games that people typically
Roblox,
playing.
Uh-huh.
No, you scared Renee away.
Aw. I said
Yeah,
SAO and
see,
she
there's the
ran.
link there for you in the side chat. That's for a Bleach live action trailer.
It's like 4 a.m. there. She's pretty dead.
Did they not learn anything with Death Note?
We don't talk about the live action Death Note. That never happened. That was so bad.
No, the first
which
actual
one?
Japanese Death Note was good.
Yeah.
It was passable. The version they did in the US just missed the fucking plot.
No, that one was just
If you forget everything you've ever learned about Death Note, it may have been a little good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It wasn't. In my opinion, I think they were just trying to do their own thing. It's like complete.
Absolutely.
The only thing that I like. No. They could have. Okay, first off, they could have made it so the actual thing happened. And this was just a story that happened later or a different arc or what have you. But the least they could have done if they're going to call it Death Note is keep the rules of the Death Note. That's not asking.
Nah. Yes, it is.
Yeah, they were trying to make it for people who don't watch anime.
Exactly.
The number one complaint about the Death Note live action, the American one, was that Light Yagami was a bit of an idiot.
Well, I mean, this is kind of the thing is if they claimed that, these were other people and changed the names even further, they would have been better off is my argument. But at the same point, just keep the rules of the Death Note for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and to me, that's laziness. It's like, we don't want to learn the rules. We're just going to make it up as we go along. And it makes it seem like they know nothing about the material they're claiming to be writing about.
Yeah.
The one good thing about the whole Death Note was it completely distracted people from like how awful Ghost in the Shell and Full Metal Alchemist were.
Well, actually, I didn't mind the Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, I didn't mind that either.
You didn't mind it until it was explained that there's going to be a sequel, and thus the exclusion of Scar kind of doesn't make sense.
That bugged me a bit. I admit that, but in general, it didn't bother me because it passed my one test. My one test for any edition of Full Metal is whether there's any weight to Mina's transformation or not. And they managed to get the weight in there, and that's kind of like one of the most, heart-wrenching moments in there, granted, without having Scar there to put her down, to put her out of her misery, that kind of kills it.
But Scar being there to put her down is actually so iconic, especially in the 2003 adaptation of Full Metal Alchemist. Because building up to that, it's like you're given a sense that Scar and Ed are basically cut from the same cloth but going in different directions. Scar is trying to get into the military's library, but he's not allowed in because he's not a state alchemist. Ed has just rejected his state alchemist certification. In turn, they both witness this awful and horrific event and interpret it differently, where Ed accepts the role of a state alchemist and Scar goes about trying to destroy everything they stand for. Like it's a massive turning point for both characters.
In terms of the initial emotional impact, they managed to actually hit it on this one, which was my big complaint about Brotherhood, is that they completely blew it in that one.
That is actually the main complaint about Brotherhood, is that, you know, they just kind of breezed through it because it was just a recap of the first few episodes.
Yeah, but that one thing, the amount of emotional impact of this poor girl, this fucking lunatic decides to take his daughter and her dog and morph them into one creature. That's horrific. And the fact that they're just like, da-da-da-da-da, and they don't even spend the time to build up the relationship with a little girl or any of this other stuff. So it's like, okay, some extra died.
Yeah, and on top of that, after that whole episode ends, there's one other reference in Brotherhood to it, and that's when they're in the North, and it's just in passing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of these life-changing moments for him, and it's just kind of da-da-da-da-da. We don't care.
Yeah, it was like you could cut that episode entirely out of the series, and nothing would change.
Well, okay. You have to learn what you can and can't cut, and that's one of those things that really, if you should really,
you couldn't cut that because it was in the manga.
Do it right.
Yeah. That was in the manga, but if Brotherhood was like just an original straight to anime adaptation, that episode wouldn't have to be there.
Yeah,
you could make everything else work.
They almost would have been better off just ignoring it completely than doing it poorly, in my opinion.
You could have just cut it out of the story.
For example, chapter 27, which will never see the light of fucking day. Okay, it will kind of. In my own book, there's a chapter in book 3 that is never going to be actually printed. It was created because somebody mentioned that people will write fanfic. So I had to write an official version of it just in case. Because I hate fanfic. And Brotherhood felt like fanfic at points. Poorly written.
Anybody heard the story of the 3 little pigs?
Something about little pig.
Are we talking about the
Get
ones
out of the road?
Are we talking about the ones that Redline tenderized for us?
Yeah.
Did they not make it into the brick house?
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. Then Reg started driving.
Yeah, I feel bad for him because he apparently got hurt. But at the same point, it's like, dude, you're driving 70. Good grief, man. You should know better on some of these back roads where animals are prone to wander. You must have been in boar country.
That's his American right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, country roads are made for going even faster than that.
Apparently, he should have.
Not his American right. It would be his American right if he shot them willy-nilly, but not if he was driving.
If he took an American left, he might have missed him.
Drive-by would have been all right.
That's awful, Shadow. Oh my god.
I asked him, are the hogs okay? But he keeps ignoring me.
Yeah, I think they're bacon now. Actually, they might be that. Okay, in a lot of areas in the U.S., we have these really, really vicious hogs. I haven't seen the video, so I don't know if they're that type or not. They're part javelina and part some German breed, and they are the nastiest things that you'll come across. They're aggressive, they're vicious, they don't give a shit, and worse yet, they're barely edible.
They're not boars. They're not hogs. They're boars at that point.
Yeah,
I think these ones have been.
We
very
have a massive problem with wild boars up here, and we actually have a provincial extermination order such that if you see any of them, you have to kill them on sight.
Yeah, it's similar down here. They're an invasive species, and they're quite nasty, and they attack humans without any fucking rhyme or reason.
Oh yeah, they're incredibly invasive. The ones that were brought up here have already speciated. And that was just 20 years ago.
Yeah,
like they're already adapted to living in a northern Canadian winter.
Fun. Where'd my mouse go? There we go.
Well, I'm glad that he's mostly okay, because that could have gone south if he had spun out or, done anything. He must be a decent driver, because some people, that's enough for them to freak out, and then they end up hitting a tree or something, and it's much worse.
my ex-wife's father, when we went down to stay with them for a while because times were real rough. We ended up having to stay in a spare trailer they had on their land, and I ended up letting him use my old car, and he managed to somehow hit 3 deer over the course of 1 fucking week. I kept trying to explain to him that's not the way you bag a deer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I mean,
good.
You know, with Reds,
windshield and everything.
With Reds, instinct just took over, and he just thought bacon sandwich.
Yeah, well, if you're a good driver, you can manage to mitigate damage to a tree.
He actually had to swerve 10 feet to hit the last one.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it on the air. Holy, I do recommend watching the Drama Llama video at some point. It says almost nothing. It's fun.
Drama?
I know this thing
about
this thing, but I can't say it because there's this thing, but listen to me because there's a thing.
No, I'm talking about the llama, not the drama.
Yeah, I mean, when's somebody going to take a screenshot of those pigs and then put Steve Pugh and somebody else's face on them?
Oh, wow. I'll talk to Pew. I'm sure he'll do it.
Oh, yeah. That's messed up.
He's a troll.
That's messed up.
Okay, let me send him a message about that right now.
My favorite response to all the drama today with Steve was Scroobies when you were like, "This is very, very serious."
Oh my god, and that was day 1 before it got worse.
The whole thing was
like, the one post.
I was like, "This happened, just so you know," and I've been pretty much just so you know, this is what's going on.
This whole thing was dumb enough that I had to actually do a Drama Llama video poking fun at how shit the drama was.
Yeah, it is pretty shit drama. I'll give you that.
It's so dumb. Like, I'm like, someone pulled a prank. You didn't like it. Knock them from admin. Cool. But let's make this big post. And I know a thing, but I can't tell you about the thing. But I know a thing.
Dragging other people into it in the process. And oh my, yeah. And then the two of them both have to put out a video saying basically, you know, we're a united front and thinking this is stupid. I'm like, then why bother? Ah.
It's the gayest thing I've ever seen.
I blame the person I'm agreeing with.
No, it's not.
It might be.
Yeah. Still, weird place, Florida.
Yeah.
Weird place, Florida. Yes, we agree.
Weird place.
But I love Vincent, and he's in Florida, and he's Red's best friend. But Vincent's a good man.
I don't know. I kind of like Hugh. I kind of like Red. I kind of like Vincent. I like most of the players in this little weird corner of the internet.
I don't dislike Red. I like Red. I just think
the only
that he's
person I'm disliking lately is Gary.
Phony Beetle Maniac?
I have a little bit of a grief with him right now. Still.
Is he still upset about that video?
No, he's not. He's stopped whining and bitching about that, but I keep poking the bear. Because that whole thing, I'm like, what is he running to mama with this? What the hell? Still trying to figure that crap out, but I don't know. Because he then had to make an issue out of it publicly. It's now public, so to hell with him.
Something about that.
And that's the thing is, it's like when you start bringing stuff into the public and you're the asshole that brings it in there, you're kind of culpable for the bullshit that follows.
That's it. Exactly.
As simple as that, whether it's somebody like Phony B or whoever. And
I know a thing, but I'm not going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
Oh, a thing.
Oh no! Speaking of things.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I can't even spell thing.
Is it hot in here?
Something Catholic fusionist.
It's Epi.
Something. Is he a troll? Is he real?
No, it's Epicurus.
Can you get on your main?
Anymore.
Hey guys.
Nobody wants to say Catholic fusionist.
Yeah, get an account that doesn't make you sound like a douche.
You call me CF. Like, I thought that's what we agreed on in the past.
What a cool little avatar you have. Who made that?
Someone on the internet. I kid. Thank you, Deed.
Oh god, they need to make your nose like 3 times bigger. That'd be funnier.
It's a little
I mean, something
groucho.
about the shadowing in that it gives you a little bit of the groucho stash thing going on there, like you're wearing the glasses with a nose. So they need to exaggerate the nose, make it look like plastic.
He has a video version of that Catholic Fusionist that if he had XSplit or something and he used the video portion, it would have smoke coming out of his cigarette and stuff like that. And there'd be flickering with the candles.
Oh, did you need particle effects?
Yeah.
Trash panda, trash panda, trash panda, trash panda.
Hey,
By the way,
Jack.
Trash panda, trash panda. The bubbles and the panda and the cute and the.
I'm starting to think that maybe because I have to earn money for a laptop, and I'm gonna be like, so if you want to pay me whatever you feel, I'll make you an avatar. I'm starting to put that
Good
out
idea.
there.
Good idea. You're good at doing avatars.
And just kind of like leave it at that, like how some people do. I'll write you a poem, and they just kind of leave it at donations.
And unfortunately, I need something a little bit more complicated than an avatar.
What do you need?
I need a cover for book 2.
Oh, that might be a little more complex.
Yeah, my 3D artist is unfortunately being buried under work again, so it might be another 8 months before she can continue the project. I'm a little annoyed.
I know a graphic artist named Jackie.
Hi, but I'm really busy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of overtime to do for work.
And she doesn't already have all the resources required.
Oh, got it.
There's a lot involved in buying the resources and this kind of stuff. Just to do that kind of work's a pain in the ass.
Gotcha.
So I've got
damn
like a
it, it's-
3D artist that's been doing it for like 30 years.
I swear I have it somewhere.
I can't stop watching the Trash Panda.
Me neither.
They are wonderful. Oh, actually, hold on. You know what? Something I do have.
One. I just want.
No, you don't.
Jackie, you derailed us with cuteness again.
What's she pushing for now?
She wants to hug a trash panda, also known as a raccoon.
Why?
She
Yeah,
likes
they're little.
babies.
They're little
Because she
monsters.
doesn't understand just how destructive they are.
It's cute when they're foaming from the mouth.
Yeah.
Jackie, do you like
Oh,
rabies?
come on now.
Take a peek at the link I just
Oh my
posted.
god. Oh my god.
Is
Hashtag.
it cute rabies?
Hold on. Hashtag not all raccoons.
Jackie.
So
Jackie,
what?
Jackie, if I get
look at the Instagram link.
Yeah, you're gonna want to look at that link that I just put in the.
Oh really?
Group chat.
Let's see.
Oh,
Should I pull my headphones out?
I don't even know if there's like really much in the way of sound.
It's
Gonna go super
Oh, I
slow.
meant her reaction.
That's really sad.
Oh
though.
my
That's not
god.
healthy.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
it's
her
not
reaction. She's
Oh
gonna
no, that
There's-
raccoon is not nearly. He's not like struggling to move. That's not
Yeah.
because he's. That's just how their fur is so thick and their skin gets very
Mm.
loose.
Right. Okay. But it
I
looked
did-
like a rug. It
Out of
looked
curiosity-
like a rug.
Out of curiosity, how many raccoons have rabies, just on average? Anyone know?
I don't know.
Hmm.
We
I'm
really
like-
don't know. I mean, that's kind of the thing is that they're a carrier and it doesn't actually kill them, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking if like 1 in 10 raccoons had rabies, I still wouldn't like those odds. Just saying.
No, but I'm talking because okay, listen. There are people out there with pet raccoons who have been tested and all that. The raccoon probably rescued from the wild or whatnot.
I'm so disappointed. I was
my-
hoping you were going to say with pet rabies.
What?
So
Do you
I'm,
have a
I'm
raccoon?
looking at
You need a raccoon.
I'm looking at the statistics for rabies, and it's going down for raccoons.
Oh.
Actually,
trending down?
there was only one good raccoon puppet that was made by Folk Manus, and it actually had little fake leather hands, and it was really, really cute. And it was discontinued when I noticed it and went to try and find it. And at the time, a $40 puppet people were trying to resell for like $800 because it was discontinued. And I was like, I don't think so.
Oh wow.
It's weird, Shadow, because it sounded like you were coming in to like correct me on something, and I'm like, wait, nope, that's nothing at all to do with what I said.
No, it was the comment about you should have a raccoon. I'm like, no, it was too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I was responding to that.
I have a friend in vet school.
Aren't you guys being a little bit racialist?
That's not a word.
Speciesist.
You have a friend in vet school?
I have a friend in vet school who has a couple short-tailed possums, and I'm the most jealous person in the world. They're adorable.
I should also add racialist is a term that was used. It was the precursor to racist.
Yes.
Yes.
Possums freak me out.
Okay.
Possums are awesome.
It's funny that
especially these.
That American possums are so creepy looking compared to Australian possums.
Oh God, yeah, I can't stand possums. It's the fucking teeth.
No,
they're mean looking.
They're ugly cute.
They're adorable.
They're ugly and mean looking. They really are. Those friggin' teeth of theirs.
I've been chased by a possum. I was walking to work at 3 a.m. back when I was a night crew worker in a grocery store, and a possum chased me down, and I started running. Freaking possum.
Yeah, I had to get in years ago in one of the apartments I lived in. There was this woman that kept leaving out food for stray cats, and I had to point out to her that it was not cats that were eating the food.
Oh no, I fed a possum and her baby
possum.
for a while.
Y'all know that
similar
boot
thing.
beats possum, right?
What beats possum?
Boot.
Boot beats possum.
That is true. Though not all.
They're more like cats than dogs, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
My rule of thumb is if you can punt it over the fence, you shouldn't run from it.
Actually, most of the possums I've come across, you'd break your foot trying because they're so fat.
Oh,
Or you might lose your shoe in a fat roll. I mean, we're talking big possums.
I discovered one in my utility closet in an apartment because the wall between mine and my neighbor's didn't go all the way to the ceiling. And I had taken care of a stray cat, but I locked the food away, not realizing the ceiling didn't connect to the wall. And I opened the door to go clean it out one day, and this possum's just chilling, eating. And he's like, excuse me. And he just slowly climbs up the pipe and goes back over
Man, you're
the
interrupting
wall.
my meal, man.
But he was just like, oh, my bad. He didn't freak out at all. He just very slowly left with me standing there going, the fuck?
Could have had yourself a pet possum.
It's actually a great
I
little voice
wish.
you were doing there. If I ever need a replacement voice for Rent-A-Rat, I might have to enlist you because that's about what I use for him.
From what I heard,
He's the burner of the group. It's always, whoa, man.
Whoa,
From what
man.
possums not only make good pets, but they also make good soup too.
You can get out right now.
Excuse me?
Uh-huh. You tell him.
Some people eat possum, okay?
Oh, man, that reminds me. I have
And I just
honey in the... Oh, never mind.
Darlene, we just ran over another possum. Turn on the stove.
We have a crock pot with rabbit in it right now.
Oh, speaking of poor animals,
You're making Hotzenpfeffer.
hold on.
It's tasty.
Possum pepper.
Speaking of poor animals, well, first of all, I feel bad that Redline's car was totaled, but the other thing is that he hit 3 pigs.
Yay!
And what? No,
Let me correct that. He hit
Jackie, you're thinking cute little pigs. These are probably javelina hogs.
These are feeder pigs.
But still, they're animals.
But they're vicious animals that will try to kill you and eat you.
Personally,
Yeah,
I'm with
But
you.
they're still animals.
These
Guys,
pigs are so hard, you could see one of them turning around and giving the finger to Reds just before he hit him.
Guys, I'm gonna have to side with Jackie on this one. Running over those hogs was a waste of good bacon.
No, not if they're the javelina hybrids that they have, you can't eat.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind.
Deidre's taking up 2 spots.
They're mean, they're nasty, they're aggressive, and you can't even eat them.
So if hypothetically you were to shoot them and skin them and get out all the meat, that meat is not edible. How come?
No, it's just
Because they're
nasty.
nasty.
It doesn't taste good. Got it.
Basically, okay. What's the term?
They're not bred to be eaten.
They're insanely gamey. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, I see.
In something like deer, the gaminess gets in the meat because of things like adrenaline, and these things are always nasty, aggressive. So they're always gamey. It's just inedible. It's gross. It's tough. It's gross.
And they breed like Catholic rabbits, so
Yeah.
there's plenty of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm all for Red hitting them with his car.
Well,
every time you click a finger, a pig
Yep.
dies.
Yes, he did.
No, Catholic fusionists don't reproduce like rabbits yet.
I can tell you from experience, Catholic fusionists tend not to reproduce in general.
Wow.
Because they can't get laid.
Don't know about that. Catholics
Okay,
are not
A good
study
example.
size of that.
Jim is trying to put up numbers to rival the rabbits. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, he's not a fusionist though. That was the joke.
Yeah, no. He's on like kid 19 now, I think.
Yeah.
That's making the rabbit joke.
Jim is a guy who can have 19 kids, if only for the fact that he can basically take care of himself and everyone else with just a hunting knife if you dropped him in the woods.
Yeah. Are you
all I
kidding?
know-
Like his wife deserves a pat on the back. Yeah. She's a true.
Did you hear?
I think he gave her a bit more than a pat on the back.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Did any of you hear about the lesbian couple who drove off the cliff with 3 of their 6 adopted children?
What?
No, they drove themselves off the cliff.
Huh? Yeah, no.
Why?
I think they drove to California to do it recently.
Okay, that's not.
And they can't find 3 of the other kids, yeah. They're about to get taken away. So someone went, if I can't have them, no one will.
What happened? Did somebody take away all their flannel? Huh? Okay, you know what? No. Sorry.
Where's your coat?
I'll see myself out.
You know that it was kind of heartless, all things considered. 3 kids died. My apologies.
Yeah.
Actually. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Was that the
Still
topic
funny.
that finally did this in?
Yes.
Have you not seen? Have you not seen the pig video from Florida? Yeah. So very sad. It's basically a little orphan pig going on about how he misses his parents and where they could have got to. It's very sad. Last seen walking on a highway somewhere in Florida. It's very sad. Really? Ah, interesting. You're saying that Reds may have taken one of the pigs for later consumption.
Why have you linked this Ali G video?
Which one? Oh, animal rights. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about animals, so just thought I'd make us consciously aware.
Because Ali G is the best program to comment on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Deidre, I put the link in the chat.
What about all the kids that can't afford footballs? You're not thinking about them, are you?
Nope. Not thinking about them at all. They can go fuck themselves.
How bad is the fan on this?
Oof, that's
bad.
pretty bad.
Oh, you think that's bad? Let me walk into the other room. You'll hear bad.
No, that's okay.
Actually, I have almost all the miners off. I have some HVAC guys coming over to help me figure out how to make a zero air pressure environment because I have heat issues.
Why is this bloody hot in this place? So it's like shh in my earphones is why.
What was that? What was that film with Arnold Schwarzenegger in where he went to Mars?
Total Recall?
Yeah, that's what the fan sounds like. You know they have a big fan in there.
Yeah, slow moving, not putting up too much air, yeah.
That's what it sounds like when it finally clicks on and it goes.
Groovy, I've missed you so much.
I contributed so much, I know. It was a big loss.
No, it really is. Like, some of my favorite people in this community aren't the people that typically have the most talk time. Like, I love Char Rome Beans. And I don't know if that's how you say her
Char's
last
great.
name. But I love Char.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Char's great. We love Char. We actually had to basically quarrel with her in the external chat to drag her into a shuffle a while back. She just didn't feel like being social. It was fun.
Mm.
But we are horrible people.
We need Nadia back.
Oh, no.
I actually saw Nadia like or comment on something on Facebook recently, and I was like, oh, hey, there she
If
is.
she's still alive, she's apparently gotten a job and gotten a life. We do not need her back in the weird, obsession with internet sphere.
She's fine where she's at.
Yeah, she's addicted to hangouts. She's doing so much better without them.
She was homeless on Christmas when I talked to her.
Jesus.
Scott, she was totally in that group for a while, but then she left. I came across her like, oh my God, it's her. Scott, talking to you.
Yes, I hear you. Can you not hear me?
No. Did you not hear your thing click?
No, I was on mic. I just hadn't gotten a response yet. But yeah, no, I think I saw her she had liked something in that community.
Yeah. It was really weird. I'm like, what? No, you here too? What? All she talked about was getting gangbanged, so I don't know. I don't know how she's doing.
What kind of group were you in where that was the subject?
It's a free for all, pretty much.
It was the Pornhub comment section.
No. That's strictly where you go for the gun commentary.
I saw a couple posts of screenshots that people grabbed from Pornhub comment sections where someone was asking for advice on Minecraft.
Oh yeah, you find everything there.
Yeah, I found some excellent gun videos on there.
One of my favorites is someone was like, if you pause it at 32 minutes and 45 seconds, there's a dog. In the backyard or something. I don't fucking know.
Hey, gotta respect the eye for detail.
Wait, you're talking about Pornhub videos?
Yes.
What is a Catholic fusionist doing on Pornhub?
Watching gun videos, I just said. Kidding.
All up into them bump stocks.
I take it you mean male guns, those kind of guns.
No, actual gun videos. Guns. No,
I didn't know you were like that, Catholic, to be honest. But that's all right. Nobody's judging. You like guns?
There is gun fetish
not even
porn.
kidding about it, but YouTube enacted an anti-gun video policy. So gun owners are like, fuck this. We want to shoot our guns and upload these videos. So they just all fuck off to Pornhub.
Okay, now it was very specific gun videos.
Do you want to show us your guns, Scott? You've got some guns, haven't you?
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Guns. You got guns?
Wants you to show
I own no firearms.
Oh no, I'm not talking about those.
Oh, I mean, I have my own, but I'm not looking to show that off to anyone.
You meant
What,
your
not even-
muscles.
Not even
Oh,
Max.
the pythons.
Yeah, the gun
Oh
show.
my
That's it.
god.
That was the joke.
Oh,
Took a while, but we got there.
We got there.
Whatever. I'm
Yeah.
tired. This is way
Max,
past my
Max is
bedtime.
going. Max is going on Pornhub, looking at guns. That's all I'm saying.
I'm getting well past my coherent time. I'm one of those
Yeah,
weird
ditto. I
morning
should.
That's because you found yourself in a hangout with Simos.
So, true story, that crazy Iranian woman that shut up the YouTube,
Yeah.
that lady, Angus did a debunking video against her. Angus, Renee's Angus. Like, legit, like, it's crazy.
Like a long time ago, and now she's popped up again.
And now she's a
Would you-
murderous bitch.
Nice.
Which Iranian woman?
The
Or one
Iranian
who shot up
vegan.
YouTube headquarters.
One at a time.
I mean,
She's a vegan.
She's a vegan.
She's a
Which
vegan.
Iranian woman?
hey, animal lives are important. Human
The
lives.
one that shut up YouTube. Like, someone came into a YouTube office and shot.
Oh, that was a woman, was it? Wow.
Yes, a vegan woman.
A vegan Iranian woman.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
One, well, definitely militant vegan, though, I gather.
Vegan.
You know what I'm
Save
talking about.
animals, but fuck humans.
You laugh, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
that's all
fucking
me.
bonkers.
Yeah. they're
She
called
went there
they're called-
apparently to protest that YouTube doesn't censor cooking
Yeah.
channels that use meat. I don't know. I'm just never mind. Bad joke.
No, I'm. Yeah,
Well
no, that was a
delivered, though.
terrible joke. That was weak.
Never mind. Weak jokes, all right.
But
Sounds like well
I
done.
think in reality, I believe she was upset over the demonetization of her videos because she
Oh,
was
is that what
posting
it
some
was?
like wacky shit.
Yeah.
I think her boyfriend also worked there, or ex-boyfriend worked there. So she wasn't there for like causing mass damage. Is generally the impression I've gotten.
No.
But nevertheless, it's a strange blip on the general trend of mass shootings.
Oh, it's totally strange. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, woman
I'll send
pistol.
you-
Maybe that was her plan. Shoot up somewhere so gun owners get more problems.
Oh God, you started
I'm
to sound
not
like Benny.
actually advocating that as an actual explanation. I'm just giving that as a faux conspiracy theory.
No, now the mental health issue is a serious issue because
She's a crisis actor.
fucking bonkers.
Crisis actors.
Crisis actor.
Oh, right. She probably wouldn't want me to use. She probably wouldn't want me to use the word actress. Gender neutral terms only.
Okay, if you guys start to hear my cat purring, can you let me know? Because he is all up in my face.
I can hear your cat purring.
I could hear it too. It was pretty awesome.
All right, guys, I am gonna bail because I am fading.
Always a pleasure, Scott.
Pleasure as always.
Sorry for the weird hiccups.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
what that
trying
was
to
all
say
about. Not really your
Yeah.
fault though.
And if you want to send Max just a picture of your guns, Scott, I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Those pythons.
No, the other python.
Yeah, that's terrible. That was one of those like terrible. You know, like you got tickets to the gun show kind of thing.
Yes.
So this one was: do you have a temperature controlled terrarium for these pythons?
I'm in love. That's it. That sealed it right there.
He's taken, Groovy. I'm sorry.
I am. I'm a married man.
Yeah.
So, I
Anything
mean,
left over goes on
You'd have
Pornhub.
to duke it out with my wife, is what I'm saying.
Has she got guns?
I heard she's pretty
But can't I just put a hand on her forehead?
I'll.
Wait.
That's so mean. She's
Sorry,
way
Mrs.
taller than my
Scott.
wife. Wait,
Scott has two very attractive qualities: the pythons and the fact that he knows what a deist is.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Oh,
say
absolutely.
his wife and his wife.
Hey, you gotta tell everybody about your day.
No,
it's
You guys have spoiled me. I brought up deism on a
that was funny.
within context. It wasn't like I just brought it up out of nowhere. We were talking about our stances, and he tried to explain his, and I said, "Oh, you sound like a deist," and he's like, "A what?" And it was just no. I was done.
Oh, dude,
I was
have
like,
you
how do
met
you not
me?
know what
Come on, how
deism
can you
is?
not be a deist? I believe
Was
in
this a first date?
Yes.
Gee. All right, Texas. Like, you guys, I would never be talking about, like, what are your religious views on a first date with someone?
That.
Jesus.
Oh, that's how you rule them out immediately.
Well, that too, but
I mean, yeah, no, because as soon as I got to college, that was definitely not
Years ago, I had this really cute coworker that I tried to swoon a little, that I tried to woo a little bit. And yeah, second or third time I got together with her, she starts talking about how God saved her from a tornado because it jumped over her house and destroyed every other house on the other side of the street. I'm like, your God's kind of an asshole. But she claimed that this was some kind of miracle and that she was chosen by God. I'm like, okay, you're crazy.
All right,
I wish I'd asked on the first date. Then I wouldn't have had to put up with that.
In her defense, maybe the other guys were the assholes here, and God was just hitting the right targets.
No,
I
no,
will say that
she was crazy.
The religious fundamentalism up here in the Northeast is a lot less prevalent.
Ugh, the craziness.
It's staunchly Catholic up here, really.
I actually found a girl.
Which is weird.
I actually was able to find a girl.
You found a girl?
Yeah, I was telling you about her. She herself is an evangelical Christian, fairly fundy. When we first went out me, her, and a couple of mutual friends, when I mentioned the Freemasons as an example of a group where members actually have great financial resources and were able to take care of themselves outside of government healthcare, she said, "Ooh, the Freemasons? Well, yeah, them, the Knights of Columbus. Yeah, but the Freemasons are an organization of Satan." And I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah, I know. Yeah, and then she kind of said evil forces were at work.
You went with what you thought was a joke, and it wasn't. Are you saying?
It was not a joke, but
Okay.
although I did ask her out, so that went out. That went well.
Really? Why?
Yeah, well, she
a girl
did
who
no
thinks
sex before marriage. Thought you might get a bit of anal or something.
Hey, all I know is a girl who thinks that there are evil forces at work within the world and isn't afraid to admit that. I like that.
So you like
Weren't we
people that
talking about this
acknowledge that
earlier?
they've lost their fucking mind?
I know loads of women like that, but basically they think the evil thing is the penis, though.
Usually.
That's what's at work in the world, which is destroying humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
Till Friday night?
It's certainly destroying that puss.
Hey.
Hey, in all fairness, the sugar.
Bye, Scott.
If the sugar if the Sugar Road incidents here taught me anything, it's that male penis is due to destruction. So
I thought it should have taught you don't stick your dick in crazy, dude.
Yeah,
we discussed this very thoroughly.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, everybody learned something from that incident, mainly because everybody was involved.
Well,
I
actually,
learned I hate fucking crying babies.
I kind of
I already knew that, but that cemented it.
didn't actually learn anything from that
PTSD,
other than this person should never be allowed in another hangout again.
I felt cut adrift in that Sugar Road situation. Like, I wasn't there for that, but that's what I ended up being there for.
But you knew everybody that was there, right?
I was there when the whole thing first blew up. That Talking Shit Tuesday. I was there.
Even before that.
Condolences.
I just like seeing Annabelle destroy her. Remember that huge ass thread, Scott?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Oh, and then there was just the police
I have forgotten it.
defending
Thanks.
me.
And you still think crazy chicks are endearing after bearing witness to that, Epi?
Hey, he's
What?
got to get laid. He's got to get laid, Shadow. Come on now.
She's a religiously crazy chick, which that's a good kind of crazy. I'm going to say that.
No, it's real. Okay, so there's this religious crazy woman that was in charge of the Jesus Camp thing, as well as going to what, Samoa, I think it was, or some fucking place to teach kids how to raise their pets from the dead.
Yeah, on the raising pets from the dead. Good night.
Oh yeah.
It could be worse. They could be into soft toys.
Ooh. No, it doesn't matter what religion they are. If they're crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if somebody's a complete and total loon, they get a pass if they're Christian, you're saying? You
And
realize
you
that she probably, when she realizes you're Catholic, she'll believe that you aren't Christian, right?
Oh, she knows I'm Catholic. In fact, I took her to a Catholic mass. Actually,
Oh, so she's spending time with you to try to convert you to the love of Jesus, because, yeah.
You're so romantic. You're so romantic, Max.
Hey, she took me to the church.
Okay, so how long had you known each other?
About a month now. It's not a romantic thing so far. Just friends.
Yeah.
I'm playing things in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm at least keeping that option open.
Because I'm crazy for just like having a conversation naturally drift towards deism, and yet you're taking a girl to fucking mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it was high mass just so you could torture her.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was one of those low masses with Franciscans playing acoustic guitar. I wish it was a high mass. Those are my favorite.
Try if you next time you take her. Try and speak to